Would you like to set up our guests while I get them on?
Yeah, sure. Our next guest, of course, he's the host of Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, and of course, he was in the news cycle last year. He's a very funny comedian from New York. Being joined by Shane Gillis and apparently Doug Stanhope too, which is a very odd surprise. How you guys doing?
What's up, guys?
I've never been worse, to be honest.
Oh, well, that's great.
That good?
I'm violently hungover.
Oh,
well, we assumed that if you were at Stanhope's place.
Yeah, I mean you're at Bisbee's Waco like compound, so I wouldn't expect anything less.
What's up, guys?
Yeah, this is one of the first days that really caught up to me. Today's you guys. This is hard for me to do this.
Well, that makes it all the more special to us, so we appreciate it.
Thank you. But thanks for being on.
He's just been repeating, "I'm dead. I'm dead."
Can anybody keep up with you?
Yeah, Doug.
Doug?
Yeah.
I mean, I did last night. I mean, this is what happens.
Yeah, but he looks like he's in better shape than you.
Yeah, he's just fresh as a daisy today.
He's fucking drinking again.
God bless him.
He's got another drink.
I started a bit earlier.
If I had a drink right now, I'd be back. I'd be back.
Yeah,
this is the podcast we might kiss on. Now we're both on the same screen.
We need the clip. Yeah, we need the buzz. We need to get that bump. So please.
I can't. Ain't nothing gay about me.
There is. And you got to social distance, guys. You guys been social distancing out there?
They're like
from other people.
Yeah, they're like an inch apart. What are you talking about? I think it looks like he's sitting on his lap.
Basically, we're touching knees under the desk.
Yeah. So what made you fucking leave the Big Apple, as they say, and head out there? You were just sick of it?
No, I was on the road when all this shit went down, and so I just stayed out. Like I was actually supposed to do South by Southwest. So when that got canceled, I was in Florida. So I was just like, all right, if that's canceled, I might as well take a vacation, stay another week. And then when I stayed for another week in Florida, everything kind of fucking fell apart. So I definitely didn't want to go back to New York.
There's a lot of stories that start with, when I stayed in Florida for a week, everything fell apart.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
This is a place people come to just ruin their lives and get divorces and go to jail.
Wait,
it's
are
a
you
lot
in
of fun.
Florida?
Yeah, man, we're in Orlando.
Oh, yeah.
Orlando, baby.
You guys are in fucking Orlando?
Yeah, we're Orlando and Tampa boys.
Damn. Yo, you guys hyped about fucking Gronk and Tom Brady?
I mean, honestly,
or do you guys give a fuck about football?
No, I like football, and normally I'd give a shit if it wasn't for they're probably going to play in empty stadiums next year. So who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, and I mean they're going to play for Tampa, so great, but they're going to suck. Like they're going to say, you know what I mean? Like, it's still going to suck.
Dude. Yeah. They're going to get fucking. Gronk's going to die.
Yeah, well, Gronk's lost like 40 pounds of.
Oh fuck me! God damn it! Fuck!
What happened?
Fucking. Stanhope's on a news break. I forgot I couldn't. Damn, I fucked that up.
That's all right.
He's on like a 30 day.
I assumed I'd fucking.
Did you know about Tom Brady?
No, I knew about Brady. That was before.
Right. Well,
I haven't listened to the news of any kind for almost a month.
Why is that?
I hate to spoil it for you, Doug, but I think they're also drafting the reanimated corpse of Aaron Hernandez.
So it's gonna be really bad. Why have you stopped?
Yeah, I forgot he
news?
died. Sorry.
Why not? That's cool. Why have you stopped watching news? Out of curiosity.
Just to see what happens in a month that I'll be surprised by. I don't know. Fucking gimmick.
I don't know. It's a gimmick.
Fucking gimmick. It's like when gamblers stop gambling, they have to like do other things that go on eBay and shit. I'll just do that.
Yeah,
see
exactly.
what happens. fucking see what happens.
I don't know if you remember this, Doug, but I actually featured for you a long time ago. When you did From Across the Street in Wilmington, North Carolina.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Yeah, I was the one with the really awful, the CD of very awful quality. And
wait, is this Mersh?
Yeah.
Mersh.
What's up, man?
Shit, I didn't know. I just said I'd do the podcast with him.
Oh, yeah, we can't see you.
Yeah, no. I know you can't see me, but I didn't think you knew. But that's and then I believe it was like a year or two later, he actually was just drunk dialing people on Christmas Eve for no reason. He was just randomly dialing numbers in his phone.
That's how I got here.
Yeah, and he called my co-host at the time, and my co-host is talking to him, and he goes, yeah, my co-host is Mersh, and Doug, to his credit, man, Doug remembered, which was so cool, and he goes, oh, he's there? Yeah, get him on the phone. And I'm like, all right. So he hands the phone to me, and he goes, hey, somebody's on the phone. He wants to talk to you. He didn't tell me it was Doug Stanhope. And I'm like, hello? And it was literally like 5 minutes of him just smashing the audio quality of my CD and mocking me mercilessly. And I just sat there like laughing, and then he goes... And I remember to this day, Bingo goes, who are you on the phone with? And he goes, oh, Mersh. And she literally goes, oh, is he the guy with the shitty CD? And he goes, yeah, that's the guy. And it was the coolest Christmas Eve ever, by the way. That was one of the coolest things that have ever happened to me.
Oh, shit.
Didn't you have a GoFundMe for a DUI?
Yes. That's the guy.
Nice.
Same guy.
Yeah, that's me. I had some,
this is great.
a couple years ago, things weren't going very well. Things are thankfully going very well now. So,
Oh, like you haven't, people haven't had GoFundMe for DUIs. That's what you do now.
I know, it's just like all the people that would flood me with requests for GoFundMe's, like because their kid has spina bifida.
Yeah.
Some
And somebody-
tragic shit, and you just lost your license.
It was like I fucking went to Wendy's. That's what really.
it's fair.
I
Yeah.
I
was
should have just
drunk.
went straight home, but I went to Wendy's.
Well, luckily
The last-
luckily times have changed. So, yeah.
It's
amazing.
I've also been kind of on a news break too. So don't spoil it for me, but I guess you could spoil this one. How's the SNL writing been going? Good? How do you
it's
like
been
it?
good. I don't know if you've seen it. I'm responsible for all the good stuff they're putting out right now.
Oh God, I wouldn't take any credit. Whew, dodged a bullet, bro. Dodged a bullet, bro.
Look. I dodged a bullet of having to do something corny on national television. Yes. But that would have been. It would have been a lot cooler. It would have been a lot cooler to be rich and famous. That would have been nice.
You're all right. Well, there's that. But on the upside, yeah, but now you're like this cool rebel character, like a James Dean. You know what I mean?
I'm cool to like fucking podcasters and like 1,000 dudes on Reddit, and that's it.
Yeah, that sounds way
Yeah,
cooler.
That's way cooler than dating.
It's fun.
Also
Yeah.
racist.
Racist like me. Yeah. Thanks, Doug.
Congratulations. Look, on the upside, that's way better than dating Ariana Grande, right? And going to fancy restaurants.
And besides, I mean, racist, that's a great market. It's a lot of money there. Look at Gavin McInnes. He's doing really
killing
good.
it, dude.
True. I could fucking Gavin out and actually like defend, like be fucking forced into defending racism.
It's just,
At
Like
gunpoint.
you hate the other side so much you actually start to defend the other. Like that's what happened. I think that's what happened to Gavin. Like he was a smart, normal guy. And then I think he got fucking arguments over and over again to the point where he was like, you know what? Yeah, white people are the best. It's like, oh, fuck.
you'll be all right as long as you don't start an international street gang. I think you'll be all right. I think that's where people want to try to draw the line.
Fucking Sharks and the Jets over there.
As long as you don't have armies of guys in fucking, Fred Perry polos going around punching people in the face in your name, I think you'll be all right.
That would actually be good. If I could start some sort of white nationalist gang.
Look, say whatever you want, man, but they're making money right now. Every time they get deplatformed, they get all those paychecks. Well, they get off of PayPal too, but you get fucking shit sent in the mail. That's pretty cool. Get some checks you could cash. Head out to the fucking to the rallies. People will love you, dude. You could speak at the fucking next More rally. Or whatever.
You can hang out with Milo. Huh?
Yeah, you and
Milo?
Milo.
I got asked to do Milo's show right before the thing started.
Yeah.
The pandemic, and I didn't get back to him.
Well, I'll say this.
But-
Shane. Yeah, Shane
I
is
should have
not.
done it.
We should have drunk dialed him.
Oh, we could have drunk down
We
Milo.
did
Oh
drunk
yeah.
dial Pete Davidson, didn't we?
No, we didn't call
didn't?
Pete. We did a fucking. Me and Doug did a drunk dial podcast last night where we called all the famous people on our phones, and no one answered.
Yeah.
Pauly Shore and
We got Pauly Shore,
Tom
Tom Green, W. Kamau Bell,
Nice.
Hannibal.
Tim Dillon.
Tim
Yeah,
Dillon.
it was just and then
Andrew
it was
Yang
just-
did not answer.
Andrew
the phone.
Yang did not pick up.
Really?
Rogan,
No.
no answer.
No
Yeah.
Depp, no Manson.
No Johnny Depp. Marilyn Manson let us down.
Marilyn Manson let a lot of people down. Anyway, you don't want to drunked out Pete Davidson because just be him listening to Dashboard Confessionals and crying, and I don't think that'd be great for your fucking show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Is that going to be the next stop? You're going to go to his house and get like a homemade tattoo or something?
That sounds fun. I would do that.
I'd fucking hang out there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, hang out in his basement.
Pete Davidson's a cool fucking dude. All right, it's just the monitor. Yeah, Pete's the fucking man, actually.
He's a cool dude. Okay, well, I'll take. You know what, man? I'll take your word on it.
Did he
I was bummed out when he shit on Louis. That bothered me. Mm-hmm. But the first time I hung out with Pete, you're sitting there and you're like, oh yeah, this guy's, he's young. Mm-hmm. He's like fucking 25.
Really?
Yeah, he's young, man. So it's like, he's just a dude. He's just a normal guy. And you're sitting there with dude. Imagine if you were famous when you were 23.
I'd probably be dead. I'd be dead
for no reason.
Yeah, I would have been dead probably.
Just fucking be
Imagine
dead.
if you were famous for no reason, like Pete is.
I used to love drugs. I would have been dead. I would have definitely been in the ground for that one.
Yeah, and that's funny too, because you mentioned did he defend you? There was a lot of fucking. I was blown away by how many comics were just shitting on you and not defending you. Like that really blew me away, man. The amount of people that we saw going like, "Oh fuck this guy."
Yeah, I think they didn't know that I was actually good at stand up, so they were just like, "Here's a racist hack. I'll make fun of him. It'll help me." And the thing is I'll see them.
Oh, do you still run into them? Is it awkward? Is it an awkward thing when you run into some of these people that were shitting on you?
Yeah. Well, they have to like kind of apologize, which is fun. They have to be like, oh, like they'll watch me do stand up and be like, I didn't know you were good at this. Sorry, I was mean on Twitter. I didn't realize that you were gonna be here for a decade.
But it is funny though, because it's like, even if you were shitty at stand up, that shouldn't fucking matter, right? Like even if you were terrible at it, it shouldn't be a reason. Oh, you're funny, so it's okay. Like it doesn't matter if you were funny. They should have defended you anyway.
Yeah, I agree, but I also I talked so much shit on so many people before I got the SNL thing, so I can't, like, I had a podcast, Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast was where I shit on a lot of people because I didn't think anyone was going to hear it, and then once everybody heard it, so now anybody that talks shit on me, I kind of am like, yeah, I would have too. Well, I mean,
it's just like us. We've to be fair, we've talked a lot of shit about Pete Davidson. So
we've talked shit about everybody, and now that the show's larger, now it's like you get like personal replies from these people.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? And they're like, hey, yeah, you want to talk all that shit? And you're like, oh wow. Sometimes I forget people actually watch the show now.
I gotta figure out this guy's name. I think my favorite response was the fucking he's in he's in Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle.
The Asian guy?
Harold and Kumar. That's not right.
Is it John Cho?
John Cho, right? Was the
no,
Asian
not
guy?
the Asian guy.
That's
There's
weird.
a Jewish guy in that.
No shit. In
Hollywood?
Hollywood? Get right out of fucking town.
Just had this conversation.
I'm gonna need some proof.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think he's in the Deuce. Also, anyway, he sent me when the whole SNL thing was going on. This dude that's like in movies DM'd me and was like, "You want to talk shit on the Jews? I'll fuck you up, dude." I was just like, "Are you fucking retarded, bro?" Like, hold on, I gotta find this guy's name. It's hilarious.
It's fucking amazing.
I never named him. This is the first time I named him.
Yeah, it's whenever I see a blue check mark in my unread messages now, I'm like, this isn't gonna go well.
No,
it's something I said, and I'm gonna get yelled at.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I never thought I would run into all these people that I talked shit on. David Krumholtz? Yes.
David Krumholtz. Okay.
It sounds familiar.
Hilarious. Yeah, that guy DM'd me and was like, "Do you want to fight?" Dude, I'll fucking destroy you. Yeah.
Oh, I know this dude. I'm looking. Okay, yeah. This guy's been in a bunch of shit.
I was kind of a fan of his.
He was in that show Numbers.
Oh yeah, where the E was a 3.
The E was a 3.
Very clever.
That's the
very clever.
That's the
I remember
one.
that.
Dude, we talked shit about Michael Rapaport, and he showed up on my.
No,
yeah,
look, that's another guy. Rap's the man.
Yeah,
he showed up in our timeline, and not only did he get pissed at us for talking shit, but he had somebody pretend to be his son, and go, "You making fun of my dad?" On Twitter was a whole fucking thing, and I'm like, I guess people listen now.
Yeah, it's still a surreal experience to wake up in the morning, check your DMs, and be threatening to get punched in the face.
I'll tell you a funny story about Rap. I was moments away. This is very serendipitous. I was about to tweet about Michael Rapaport talking shit to Donald Trump, like about how fucking corny it was, and I was like about to publicly talk shit on him. And then later that I was like, I shouldn't do that. And then later that day, I got a call that was like, hey, Michael Rapaport's touring, and do you want to open for him? And I was like, yeah. Like immediately. I literally that day was about to be like, Michael Rapaport sucks. And then I went and hung out with him. And he's the man. He's the man. I get it. If I didn't know him, I'd be like, all right, this dick stained Donald Trump video shit sucks. No, he's a great dude.
Is he? Because he wasn't very nice to us.
Yeah,
but to be fair,
we're not nice.
Were you guys talking shit? It's not like he fucking went at you.
No. We're right. Yeah, that's fair. We did go after him. That actually very funny. The same video you were talking about, the Dick Stain Donald Trump one.
Like, you fucking Dick Stain, you fucking did. It's like, dude, shut up.
We're like, why is this 50-year-old wigger yelling about Donald Trump? It made us feel fucking, what are you doing? Like, dude, you have a mortgage. Stop talking like that. But
I don't even like at this point. At first, it was like a weird adjustment, but I've grown used to just waking up and checking my DMs and having Stuttering John from Howard Stern threatening to punch me in the face. And you're like, all right, this just kind of comes with the territory now, I guess. Yeah. But it's fun.
I know Brendan Schaub hates us a lot too. It's another one that doesn't like us.
Brendan Schaub doesn't like you?
Yeah, well, to be fair, again, we made fun of him for possibly having CTE, but whatever, it's not a big deal.
I don't think that's like a joke.
Well, I think it's
probably has CTE.
I know, but it's hilarious. But no, I know he's another one. Definitely another one that kind of he called your podcast not funny, by the way. Not that even started shit, but he did say you guys aren't funny, and for some reason
that's another one. Yeah, that's another one where I'm just like, if I were them and I just saw a clip of my podcast and I wanted to come up with a new take that was like, I'm not going to, as a comic, I'm not going to condemn him for being racist, but I will say the podcast isn't fun. I don't know. He also, whatever.
He pulled back.
I've never seen him, but I get a lot of people saying, "What do you think of him?" Like trying to bait me to talk shit about him, but I don't.
Yeah, he's new. He's fucking new at stand up.
Yeah, I know.
And he's doing he's got a special. That was I'll go ahead. If he said my podcast isn't funny, I'll say that his special was very funny. How's that?
1.8 on IMDb, by the way, is the score that it's at right now. But
we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that blurb later. It'll say on the Interrobang.
Oh yeah, you're
Shane
right.
Gillis says Brendan Schaub had the special of the year.
Fucking best special ever.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that fucking. Here's my favorite Schaub take on my SNL thing, because he's moved on. He's got to worry about sneakers and jeans or whatever the fuck. But
that's true. I mean,
being an LA comic, you're very concerned about fashion.
Well, you don't like capri pants?
I mean, here's another thing. I can't talk shit because I'm fat. So if I was in shape, I would wear cool things. But I'm kind of relegated to gym shorts and sweatpants.
God, I feel that.
Tracksuits.
He showed up at the house in a tracksuit, matching tracksuit, and I thought that was just like for comfort for driving cross country. And then I watched a clip of him and another clip, and it's just tracksuits on stage.
Yeah.
So
tracksuits are nice.
Tracksuits are timeless.
Yeah, Doug is saying you dress like a hitman from a Scorsese movie, which is cool. Like, it's comfy, right?
Like a henchman from John Wick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
fucking Russian mobster.
Shot in the head immediately.
By the way, you just posted a clip the other day that was that bit you did about the Special Olympics was One of the that thing, I've sent that to so many people because, it's like you see the caption, right? It's like Special Olympics, and you're like, I don't know, because obviously it's a premise. But dude, that whole thing was the funniest, best take I've ever heard on that shit, and I was dying. I must have DM'd that to like 100 people at this point. I love that.
I left out the closer on that joke, which is I talk about how like if my team was losing, I'd fucking check in and score 30 points. And usually if the set's going well, I'll say that I was the all-time. You can look it up on the all-time leading scorer in Special Olympics. My name's Kareem Abdul-Retard. and then the audience bails hard.
Fucking right now, SNL's like, man, I'm really happy we didn't hire this guy.
Kareem Abdul-Retard is for real my best joke. That was my. Here's you want to hear a good one?
Yeah.
All right. When there's two jokes that it's kind of stealing Norm Macdonald's cadence, where like you scream an intense premise like Kareem at the other one was you guys have you seen that movie Hidden Figures? You know Hidden Figures? Mm-hmm. Or as my dad likes to call it, Medea Goes to the Moon.
Okay, well that's ridiculous.
And I lose the audience, which is fun.
Which is great. And do it, but you did it at the end, right? That way you could you backload that one.
Immediate. Say it on stage right away. Mm-hmm. Make sure you dig a hole. Dig the deepest hole you can.
And you do that at the Apollo, right? Because that's a good place to do it. Make sure that
I would do it there. They would like it. Although I bet they don't watch that fucking white guilt movie.
No, you're right.
Now all I want to see in this world.
I'm sick of those movies.
Now the only thing I want in this world is to see Shane Gillis's name on the fucking marquee of the Apollo Theater.
Man,
I'll give anything for that.
Definitely where I should record it.
It's
for sure.
It's funny because I know you and of course Doug have had a podcast for a long time, but I think it's hilarious now that because of this lockdown, every comic has a podcast now, and some of them are talking about the craft and how to fucking man, we're seekers of truth and stuff like that.
Yeah, that sucks to hear.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of any comic that uses the phrase "in the trenches."
You're in the trenches, dude. You guys are in the trenches.
Oh, we're in the trenches together. You're like, wait, what?
You guys are right about that. Yeah, that shit sucks. Especially when it's a comic who sucks and they're talking about like, dogging it out in the trenches. It's like, dude, you suck. Shut up.
My favorite part of this interview so far has been Shane. You could tell he wants to say something, but then he just pulls back a little bit. He's like, maybe Mad TV will come back and they'll hire me. So I get it. I fucking get it.
No. I'm not. Here's the thing. I think shitting on other comics is shitty. I think it's stupid to do. It's bad. It's a bad look. Because why?
But in person.
Behind closed doors, we'll put on every single special and be like, this guy fucking stinks. But it's stupid. It's just stupid to do. And it's just a bad look. And you can shit all over these people, and then you meet them, and you're like, I wish I hadn't fucking done that.
Well, the good thing is, since Mersh and I aren't comics, we do it without impunity. So don't worry about it, guys. We got you covered in the public eye. We got you.
I'm 3 drinks away from jumping in on some of the people you're shitting on.
We'll call back in a little bit.
By the way, three drinks for Doug would be in about 5 minutes.
4 minutes to go, so that's great. Yeah. But going back to the podcast thing too, like when this show finally started doing well, which trust me, that took a while, but when we started actually kind of hitting our stride, I reached out to so many like personal friends that are comics, and I was like, hey man, if you ever need help, if you ever want to start up a stream, I'll walk you through it. I'll show you how to, because like there's a lot of ways to make money at it now and kind of make a good product. And all of them kind of just were like, yeah, whatever, I don't care, whatever. And almost every one of them has now been DMing me like, how do I set up Streamlabs and how does that? And I'm like, well, now I got like 100 people asking me like, and I keep trying to tell them, I'm like, now is not really the time to get into it because talk about market saturation.
This is one of those questions where I'm only asking because I have an answer, but comics who should have a podcast and don't, is Dave Attell.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah, he's amazing. I actually did a show one night that he popped in and did a set at, and it was like he was trying to quit drinking at the time. This was a long time ago.
Did that work out?
At the time, no. At the time, no. I think he's sober now.
Is now.
But at the time, he was kind of struggling, and he was you could tell he was having a really bad day. You know what I mean? And like halfway through his set, he gave up and just ordered a drink. But it was still, it was so discouraging to see him come in and just dunk on everybody. Like, you could tell he was personally having the worst day ever, but he showed up. He was so nice to everybody. He was funnier than any of us had seen in a year, and just walked out like it was nothing. And it was like, God, man, I'm never going to be good at this. Like, to see him just do that so effortlessly on a bad day, it was like, Jesus, this is an off day for him, and he's murdering everybody.
At 2 a.m. and do a fucking set better than my last special. On the phone.
He's awesome.
It is true, though. It's a lot of people that you don't want to see having podcasts that have them, and the people that you want, like, just fuck it, don't.
What do you guys think of those LA guys podcasts?
Which ones? Because we don't give a shit. Which ones?
Look, I don't know if you know this, Shane, but I don't like to shit on people in the business. You know, a famous comedian, Shane Gillis, once told me, you know, it's really bad form to shit on comedians.
I think LA, and again, obviously there's some comics in LA that are fucking great, but I think that there is kind of this weird clique that's formed out there, where it's there's like this cool kids table of LA comics, you know what I mean?
Yeah, cool, cool kids that are 50. Go ahead.
Yes, exactly. Fuck it.
Yeah, 50-year-old men that are cool.
I just never liked the LA vibe. That's just, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's those people personally. I just don't like I've never liked the LA vibe. So it's like, if you're gonna put the LA vibe on my computer screen, I'm like, yeah, I don't like that.
I think it's super cool when you're like, you know, friends of one of the biggest podcasters on the planet. You could just park in spots at certain comedy clubs that other people have earned, and, you know, get specials and stuff. I think that's cool stuff. You know, I think it's really cool to just jump over people that are way funnier than you because you happen to be friends with people. But I think all of them are doing it now, and that's fine.
I really want names because I don't know.
They're just talking about like Rogan and his
crew. He has a crew. Right.
Henchmen. Call them henchmen.
It's not henchmen. They're not the foot soldiers from Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, that's not true. Brendan Schaub's like Jaws. You know what I mean? And then, you know.
Schaub here's the funny thing.
Brian Callen's Odd Job.
Yeah, good.
Sorry.
You hear people talk shit on Schaub about, like, I don't know. I remember I just saw a comment that was like, he failed at football, at MMA, and now he's failing at comedy. It's like, dude, he played for Colorado in football, incredible. Then he fought in the UFC, incredible.
Well, I mean,
and then he did a special where he did an Asian voice that you got in trouble for, but everybody loves him. Yeah. I get it. I do. I get it.
Well, here's the thing. Also, nobody's going to get in trouble for saying anything because they're not getting anything. Nobody gives a fuck if you have a Showtime special or Netflix. They give a fuck if you're hosting the fucking Oscars or on SNL. Because dorks want those positions.
It's for the nerds.
So dorks search your history, and that's how you get in trouble. They're not going to care if you have a Netflix special or anything.
Yeah, I just think it's with the LA comics, there's a lot of like unlikely pair-ups now that are happening up, like these buddy cop movies. There's like, you know, Bill and Bob have a podcast, and it's like, well,
I think that's actually what me and Doug are doing.
Yeah, well, that's not actually true. You don't have any.
This is a pretty likely pairing, actually.
Yeah, you don't have any shoes on your table.
Yeah,
you know?
I'll actually watch that. But yeah, I've always just preferred the New York guys, like the New like I'm from New York. Maybe it's just like an attitude thing, but I always loved the New York comedy scene. I like those guys. Like, I love the Gas Digital guys. I like everybody Lewis has working over there. Like, those guys are fucking hilarious. You guys are fucking hilarious. Like, I just don't. I don't get the whole capri pants and like overly tanned and like you know, like I just it's I don't know. It's a very kind of odd sort of jock vibe from the LA guys, whereas New York has more of a sort of like a counterculture-y kind of vibe.
All the comics over there are on TRT and, you know, taking supplements and like, come on, man, you shouldn't care that much about your appearance.
And the New York guys are all just miserable and drunk and cutting each other down, and I'm like, this is more my style. I like this.
What's funnier than a fucking jacked, handsome guy in a mansion?
Yeah, right. Now they're doing their podcast now, and you're like, Jesus Christ, this guy has 3 pools.
Yeah, there's something about a stand-up comic in a $700 shirt, and I'm just like, I don't relate to you, man. Like,
if you have fucking ripped jeans, they're to kill yourself.
Get me Shane Gillis in a stained fucking tracksuit. I'm down for that. Making Special Olympics jokes.
Yeah, we're
Wait
comics.
till you see Doug's.
Yeah, good.
I've seen everything Doug's ever done.
No, he's got one coming out, and I watched it, and it's bad.
Yeah, one of my favorite things.
No, no, you know what I mean.
No, I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, you guys are gonna love it.
I thought I might have lost it.
I've seen everything Doug's ever done, and again, I mean, just going back to the one gig I did with him. Doug, I don't need to ruin the illusion. You are the nicest dude like I've ever met, and I have.
That wasn't last night.
Oh yeah, well, we got a little drunk last night, and he started getting snarky. And then this is how sweet he is. Today he woke up very apologetic, which is funny.
Well, I mean,
but they were trying to explain it to me that I was being mean, and I like minutes after, and I go, I didn't.
Yeah, while he was being mean, we were like, "You're being mean right now," and he's like, "Wait, what?
Am I?
No, I'm not."
I didn't get it.
Well, I'll say this: you're on a very short list of guys I always looked up to that I met that I didn't regret, and that list is very short.
Yeah.
And I've met a lot of those guys, and always ended up being like, God, what a fucking dickhead! Like, and
tell us the good one.
Well, basically,
let's get some good. Yeah,
Let's
name
do
some
some
good
good
things.
Okay.
You guys are always negative.
A comic that should have a podcast.
I was positive. I just said Doug. Doug's
But
nice.
somebody else besides
No, I know.
him. You like.
Dave Attell was very nice.
Yeah.
Jim Gaffigan was very nice.
Jim Gaffigan is a nice guy.
Very nice.
He's a nice dude.
I'm trying to think of other ones. That's about it.
Well,
I'm sure I can think of more if I sat down.
I
and
got
fucking-
one. Louis J. Gomez. He's actually really nice.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy.
Yeah,
He fucking better be nice. He's talentless. If he had an ounce of talent, Louis would be an asshole. But
Yeah.
he knows.
this just in. Shane Gillis calls him the Puerto Rican garden snake.
All right,
The Puerto
someone
retard,
you
dude.
thought was going to be an asshole, and you were very wrong. Like everyone knows Carrot Top. Once you meet Carrot Top, you go, the sweetest guy in the world. I can't believe I made fun of him.
Yeah.
See, I'm trying to think, but I try to just, I don't know. Nowadays, I assume the worst, but back then, I was just wide-eyed and bushy-tailed, and I was just like, gee, I get to meet so-and-so, and like then I would just get my heart broken. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, I mean, when I met you, you were just so nice to me and like very giving, and you're like just sharing his beers and shit and just being cool. And I was like, I did not expect that because I got yanked backstage by Brian. Are you still with Brian, your manager? Yeah, Brian was like, oh, Doug would like to speak to you. And I was like, all right, and I'm like all fucking nervous. And you were like, no, man, sit down, have a beer. And we were just hanging. I'm like, oh, this is the nicest dude. You even went to watch my shitty after party set, which I thought was very nice at some club down the street. I've always told people you were just very kind, which, again, I don't know if I expected you to be like nice per se, because you are kind of a dick on stage, but you were very nice. So I guess you are the answer to your own question.
Are you guys dickheads?
Yeah.
In person?
Well, in person, no. Actually, as a matter of fact, quite the opposite. When people talk to us,
I don't want you guys to be dickheads. I don't listen. Have you guys been mean to any of my friends on your podcast?
I'm sure.
I don't know
the
all
odds
of your
are
friends, but probably yes.
yeah.
I don't know all of your
Stop
friends.
being mean to people.
Okay.
Unless I don't know them, and then make fun of them.
Well, we
It
make
makes
fun of
me
a lot
laugh.
of people you don't know too, but
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean,
we're mean to Ryan Long. That guy's a real piece of shit.
Oh, we love
that
Ryan.
guy
Long.
sucks.
We're
No, I'm
kidding. We
love
love Ryan Long.
We love Ryan.
We're doing his show next week. Actually,
yeah, he's actually a great
Ryan's
guy.
man.
Yeah, he's
fucking
awesome.
hilarious. He's fun. But we always shit on him because he's from Canada, so fuck him. But speaking about tight jeans, trying to be cool. You listen, Ryan Long, we're coming after you, motherfucker.
Yeah, Ryan needs to stop dressing like he dresses like fucking Bam Margera. All those fucking Canadian retards dressing cool.
Yeah.
Knock it off. We know you're from fucking Saskatchewan.
Yes, seriously.
He's out there going,
Jeans in a polo.
hey, this is Ryan Long, and I'm going to go do some man on the street interviews. This fucking ape's going to be so fucking pissed.
Oh wow, that was good, Bam.
Bam's doing good.
He does a pretty
was real
good.
good.
Bit. He's followed the
Do it
Bam
again.
saga.
We actually, once, all right, well, if I have to do the impression, I'll tell you that when Bam Margera was going crazy the last time, he was posting Instagram videos, and it became very apparent that he had to put his dog in a vet because it was eating broken glass in his car.
Which
because
happens.
he's doing great, but he's an idiot, and he like posted like where he was like UC Irvine Veterinarian Clinic and the number on his Instagram. So on my show, I actually called, and we were trying to like find out what happened to the dog, and we were like pretending to be the media, and that didn't work. So then we were just like, "Hey, this is Bam Margera, and I want to know what happened to my fucking dog." It's just fucking. They were not happy. They hung up several times.
That's it. You know what's funny? Bam, nice guy.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I've never met him.
Actually, nice guy. Met him a couple of times. Everybody shit on him. Bam's a nice guy.
You ever meet his sidekick Vinny Beetle?
Vinny Balloons?
Vinny Balloons?
No, I haven't. I've seen the videos and shit of. Is Vinny Beetle the guy that was like his comedy manager when he was like,
exactly the guy.
Dude, how fucking wild are those videos?
And he was like, apparently he was from Connecticut, and he had like one of those, like one of those like comedy clubs that's like in a motel, like it's in like a Holiday Inn conference room, and he would just get all these like local like open micers and stuff to be like, yeah, everyone chip in, and then you're gonna get the money back, and it became like this whole multi-level marketing scam, and these people were giving him money and funding his shows, and then he would just run off with the money. He was fucking hilarious.
Well, that guy's awesome, obviously.
Yeah, I couldn't even hate on it. It was like, it actually did make me laugh.
That's hilarious.
And I was like ragging on the guy, and then when we actually like, he started contacting me, and we kept fucking talking shit to each other. But like, I'm not gonna lie, he grew on me. Like Vinny Beetle grew on me because he would.
Anybody that rips off comedians is pretty funny.
Of course, you have to have a knack for it.
Because it's blind robbing blind people. It's just morons stealing from morons. It's very funny.
Yeah, we would message each other constantly and talk shit to each other, and then one day out of the blue, he said something, and then I said something, like we were being kind of nice, and then he was like, "Yeah, man, happy Easter," and I was like, "Oh," and then we were cool after that. like you could just be awful for like a year to each other, and then you say one nice thing, and I'm that easily swayed. I'm like, "Oh yeah, man, happy Easter to you too, man. Yeah, take care. I hope
very fickle.
You know what, man? Hey, to you and yours. God bless."
Yeah, and it's speaking of other.
Man, I'm so close to throwing up right now.
Do it on the air. We need the fucking.
Yeah,
views.
seriously, that would be amazing.
I just realized
I'm
how
fucking dying,
Skype
man.
is supposed to work. We've been staring at.
Yeah,
ourselves
we're only
this
looking at
entire
ourselves.
time.
We have a monitor facing just our faces.
I have no idea why. We should be looking at you.
Yeah, it'd be nice if we could.
I know. You know what? It would be. And as a matter of fact, here, let me see if I could screen share. I'll see if I could do that here. Let's see.
Audio only anyway, so.
How do you fucking do that?
Yeah, new Skype sucks.
There it is.
That's great.
Start
Doesn't
sharing.
matter.
There you go. Can you see us?
Oh, nice.
Now you regret asking, don't you?
See?
No, I just
This is a lot better.
at you than me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I've
you're
been
right.
looking at my fucking dickhead haircut this whole time.
No, dude, I like it. Macklemore's going to make a big comeback, so that's really cool.
Yeah. Oh, I thought.
No, fuck you.
I thought he was going with the whole alt-right thing.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
thought he was just embracing the Gavin McInnes.
You
thing.
are embracing the racism.
They will not replace
At
you,
least you
except
have
on
hair.
SNL. They will not replace you.
I did get replaced by the Jews. The Jews replaced me.
Well, I thought you got replaced by a gay Chinaman.
But
Yeah.
it's a quarantine haircut. Look, at this, you got hair, man. I have to fucking shave my head. I started balding in my 20s, so what the fuck are you gonna do about it?
So I have a question.
Man, are you guys both bald fat dudes with beards?
Yes,
Fat, yes, not quite
he
bald
has
yet.
some hair,
Yeah,
but I don't.
not quite bald.
No, you're losing it, sir.
I'm losing it, yeah, but I still got it. Don't fucking rush. Let's not rush, okay? Let's give me a little while before I gotta let it go.
You have a
I'm
mohawk? Is that a mohawk, Doug?
It's just a little tough.
He's out of the screen.
It's
disappear?
it's very punk rock. I like it.
What is I feel like I'm watching a really bad public access show right now from like 1992.
I think they feel the same way though too, to be fair. But yeah, it's one of the. I've always liked Doug, but one of my favorite things that Doug did was I voted for Gary Johnson because he followed me on Twitter. It's one
honesty.
of the fucking funniest. It's so true. It's one of the funniest things. Are you? What do you?
Yeah, that's how I got Andrew Yang to follow me on Twitter. I laid that down.
He's just leveraging his vote for Twitter followers. Follow me, man. We'll work something out.
Yeah. So you're not going for Vermin?
Tulsi Gabbard, she did not follow up, and look at her now.
Yeah, she's fucking dead.
That's what Milk Mommy? Oh, Milky Mommy would have been an amazing president. Are you kidding me?
Her yoga videos are the best.
Dude, yeah, her yoga videos are amazing. She's fucking.
I haven't seen those. That's great.
Oh, yeah, you got to look those up.
Tulsi could get it, man. I mean, she really can.
And she did it while she was running, and she'd put on like the yoga pants and start doing like all these stretches, and it's like, yeah, all right, that's. I mean, at least just cut right to what matters to me.
She knew what she was doing.
She almost got my vote.
Almost, very close, but very, very fickle. See what you're not voting for Vermin Supreme, the new libertarian candidate. He's doing it.
He was going to come down to Bisbee.
Who?
The libertarian weirdo wears a boot for a hat.
Vermin Supreme.
His representative got a hold of me and asked if we'd have him on the podcast, and this was before any of this shit. And I said we only do people. We didn't have Skype capabilities. Yeah. She goes, "Oh, he'll come to Bisbee." I guess he probably would.
That would have been great just to hear Vermin Supreme go, "Yeah, I had to leave after a day. Those people are so weird.
Yeah,
I couldn't handle it."
I'm hitting a wall right now.
Oh, shit.
I'm trying to keep my cigarette out of your face.
The cigarette, I'm going to throw up.
Is it the cigarette? All right.
No. I'll tough it out.
We're almost done. You got 5 more minutes.
So quick question, Shane. After this whole coronavirus thing, are you feeling a little more like a kind of a told you so vibe, or how's that,
It's funny because yes, and also that just means So I was making fun of being racist, and then now this thing happens, and I'm like, well, if I was racist, it'd be all right, right, guys?
Well, yeah. Hey, man,
does that make sense? I'm fucked up. That didn't make any sense.
You don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell us. Everyone thinks that we're terrible people. There's probably. Are
you guys shitty? I feel like somebody was just telling me you guys were dickheads.
Yeah, probably.
No, we are. I mean, that's objectively true. Sure.
All right, but we try to be funny about it.
I don't know. I saw you guys defend me, so I like you.
That's all that matters. It's very easy. See, we figured it out.
That's all it takes.
I could tell you without even knowing who it was or what context, you were definitely told that we're dickheads by somebody. Absolutely.
Yeah, every time we have people on the show, there's entire groups of people who go, these guys are actually fucking assholes, man. Fuck them. And I'm like, all right, well, whatever.
Nobody who's met us says that, though.
No, again, in person, people go, oh, you guys, I thought you guys were going to be terrible. I'm like, no, we're not. We're just doing a fucking show. Relax.
Yeah, that's the other thing. It's like, are we fucking 8th graders that, like, if somebody's mean about a podcast, I have to, like, feel bad? It's like, no, we're adults. I can make fun of your fucking podcast. It's fine.
Yeah,
and it's also there's a difference.
Dude, I can't even talk.
There's a difference between kind of talking shit and like whatever. We have a lot of content, a lot of hours to fill, but at the end of the day, it's like Doug brought up earlier. I've had my troubles, and I had times where things weren't so great. Things are way better for me now, and I'll be the first dude to seek out people that aren't doing well or that are in trouble, and quietly try to help people out. Like it's not like we're not terrible people. We're terrible people on the air, and we talk a lot of shit, and we're always fucking just firing wild shots out and stuff. But at the end of the day, I mean, I'll be the first person to defend, stick up for, or help somebody I can't stand. I mean, like me and Owen Benjamin had some real personal beef going on from some YouTube shit, and when he got his channel taken away, I was the first guy to be like, this is kind of bullshit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want the guy to not be able to feed his family because I don't like him. You know what I mean? So it's like, we've defended so many people that we hate when it counts. You know what I mean? Like when it's their fucking livelihood on the line or their actual lives, or they're being doxxed. Like we'll be the first ones to go, guys, it's, if you want to make fun of Brendan Schaub's capri pants, I'm on board. I could do 2 hours of making fun of his dumb capri pants. But if somebody started going like, yeah, let's go after his family, I'd be like, dude, what the fuck is wrong? Like, enough, man. Jesus Christ. Come on, man.
I agree with that. We should be less afraid to do that.
Yeah, there's been people that like Mike's saying, like he's another great example. Like we make fun of Crowder and his corny shit all the time, his hot right wing comedy takes. But if someone were when that Carlos Mazza guy went after him and tried to get him demonetized, we still defend it. Like regardless if you're like, I want all these shitty people on YouTube. It's first off selfish, easier to make fun of, but secondly, people shouldn't be fucking deplatformed for stupid jokes or dumb shit. Like you look back at early fucking YouTube, it was a fun wasteland where you could do whatever you wanted, and now you can't do anything.
Yeah, now to make fun of these people, I got to go all the way over to BitChute and pull up their shit and try to stream it from there. No, I want them all on YouTube. It's easier. It's all in one place.
Yeah. But look, I could see that you are about to fucking fall on your face. So here's okay.
Yeah. I'm actually about to go throw up.
And thank you so much for coming on, though, man. We've been trying to make this happen for a while.
Yeah. I'm really I appreciate all the shit you guys said, defending me, and fuck yeah, that rules.
And we'll probably be up in New York at some point this year. So if you're not on the road or whatever, maybe we'll link up and we'll buy you a drink or something.
And thank you, Doug, for being on. It was a wonderful surprise to have you on, man. We do appreciate it.
I was just trying to support the kid here, and all I'm doing is making him sick with my chain smoking. So I'm gonna duck out. It's good to talk to you guys.
And thank you again, man, Doug. Thanks for really always being so cool to me, man. Yeah, take care, man. Thanks for coming.
All right, take it easy, guys. Take care.
See you guys.
See you later. All right, that was Shane Gillis, and what a surprise Doug Stanhope appearance. Didn't expect that.